All right. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to call to order the regular City Council meeting of the Ridgefield City Council. It is April 11th at 7 p.m. And first of all, we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you are able, please rise and we'll continue.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next, we will move on to the open forum. If you are watching online and you would like to call into the open forum, you can do so by dialing 1-415-655-0001 and use webinar access code 2452-284-3681 and password 1234. If you are here in person, we'll be calling people up in a moment, and just a reminder that we're all neighbors here, and so please withhold any comments from the audience and stick to the issues. Thank you. So is there anyone that, City Clerk Leslie, that is called in?
Yeah, it looks like we have one. Let me get them on here.
All right, and then after that, we'll go to the person that's here in person. All right, and for the caller and for the people here in person, please state your name and your address. And you have 3 minutes. Caller, can you hear us? Hello? Thank you for your patience.
Mayor and Council, they may just be watching. They may not want to participate. We can ask them. Call-in user 612382, do you want to speak at the open forum? Give them a moment to respond. You are unmuted if you want to say yes.
No.
Okay, so thank you. I'm glad we cleared that up. Now we have someone who's filled out a form in person. We have Suzanne Sandal that would like to speak about the Ridgefield Eco Fair. So you have 3 minutes, and please state your name and your address, and go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Suzanne Sandal. My address is 6600 Lindale Avenue South, number 801 in Ridgefield. And I'm happy to be here this evening and say hello. I'm here to update both the residents and the City Council regarding the Ridgefield Eco Fair, which is going to take place on Saturday, April 15th, this coming Saturday, from 10 in the morning to 3 p.m. at Ridgefield High School, which is located at 70th and Harriet Avenue. And on behalf of the Ridgefield League of Women Voters, we wish to thank the City of Ridgefield for their help in co-sponsoring the Eco Fair with us. We also wish to thank Ridgefield Visions for their major support. Donna Drummond, who is currently the chair of the Eco Fair, asked me to offer a special thank you to Rachel Lindholm, the city's sustainability specialist, who was fantastic to work, and I'm quoting her now, fantastic to work with and very responsive and helpful. So please give her a kudo. Maybe she will have to bring a plaque to her. But she's been very helpful. The Eco Fair is free, and it will be interesting and fun for all ages. We have registered 30 vendors who will be there at the high school, and includes a variety of interests: North Solar, Drive Electric Minnesota, the Home Energy Squad, Excel Energy, Hennepin County Recycling, of course, Hennepin County Master Gardeners. All lawns of Richfield and Bloomington, City of Richfield, the community development will be present, water resources, and sustainability. Friends of Wood Lake. We've also got various vendors who deal with landscaping and climate. And there's another one from the MPCA, which is Get the Lead Out. So we have a good group of vendors, and there's more than I've mentioned. We have 30 of them. We're also going to have a kids' activity area. The Richfield Garden Club will be helping children to make a newspaper pot, fill it with soil, and plant a bee-friendly wildflower. We'll have more wildflowers growing in Richfield. Each child will be able to pick out a free book donated by the Friends of the Southdale Library. They've been withdrawn from the library, but they're going to be donated to any children who come. And there will also be block building supplies, coloring, and art activities in addition to the little newspaper pot. There are 5 scheduled speakers who will provide information from 10:30 to 1:30 on the half hour. And they'll be covering answers dealing with recycling, composting, offering ways to reduce plastic at home, discussing electric vehicles, and creating habitat and community by converting your lawn. There will also be door prizes for the attendees. And the high school green team has gotten involved. They'll be selling snacks for people who get hungry while they're looking around. And also door prizes that have been donated by the attendees or have been solicited. So we hope you'll all attend. It should be a great event, and invite your neighbors to come because it's a good community event. And if you need any further information, you can check the Richfield website, which would be richfieldmin.gov/ecofair. So I'm happy to let you know, and we'll hope to see you all there. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak? All right, and is there anybody else online that has joined us?
There is not.
All right, then we're finished with the open forum. Next, we'll move on to the approval of the minutes of the special city council work session of March 25th, 2023, and the city council work session of March 28th, 2023, and the city council work session of March 28th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. Are there any comments or questions? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? We've approved the minutes. Next, we'll move on to approval of the agenda.
I'd move the approval of the agenda.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor of approving the agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, we've approved the agenda. Next, we'll move on to the consent calendar. City Manager Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mayor. The consent calendar contains several separate items which are acted upon by the City Council in one motion. Once the consent calendar has been approved, the individual items and recommended actions have also been approved. No further council action on these items is necessary. On tonight's consent calendar, item A, consider a request for site plan approval at 817 66th Street East for an optometrist clinic. Item B, consider adoption of a resolution requesting an advance payment of municipal state aid, street funds to collect funds available for the completion of ongoing and upcoming projects. Item C, consider approval of a bid tabulation and award of contract to Corrective Asphalt Materials, LLC, for the 2023 Maltine Pavement Rejuvenation Project in the amount of $100,700 and authorize the city manager to approve contract changes under $175,000 without further city council consideration. Finally, item D, consider approval of a temporary on-sale intoxicating liquor license for the Richfield Foundation's A Toast to Richfield event to take place on Thursday, May 11, 2023, in the atrium area of Wood Lake Center, located at 6601 Lyndale Avenue South. And I submit these items for your consideration as part of the consent calendar tonight.
Thank you. Is there a motion on the consent calendar?
I'd move the consent calendar.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any comments or discussion? All right. All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, we've approved the consent calendar. Next, we are going to be moving on to item 4, which is consideration of the adoption of a resolution approving the contract with the Labor and Trades Local 49 for the period January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023, and authorize the city manager to execute the agreement. Councilmember Christensen.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. City staff have completed labor negotiations with the Labor and Trades Local 49, the union. The provisions of the 2023 labor agreement cover all of the 39 employees in this union. The one-year contract provides a cost of living wage adjustment of 3.00% in 2023, consistent with other employee groups. It also provides a one-time increase of 25 cents per hour to replace the CDL license share pay. There is also a one-time increase of $1.50 per hour to the LT3 pay to align better with the market. Currently, there are no permanent LT3 positions, but staff are moved into the LT3 position temporarily when supervisors are out. There is also a $2 per hour shift differential for nights and weekends added for water plant employees, also to better align with the market. Callback pay is being increased to double time on 3 specific holidays. The agreement also includes the same employer-provided health and dental insurance contributions as given to the city's non-represented employee groups and other bargaining units. It also provides nominal increases to the uniform/boot allowance and to a licensure/certification pay rate. Last, we are entering an agreement to participate in the Local 49 Training Center Fund at a rate of 10 cents per hour for each hour worked by employees in any classification that fall under this contract. Does the staff have anything that they would like to comment?
Zach Pavan, I'm the Assistant City Manager and the Administrative Service Manager. We started the union negotiations with local 40 under and now just completing it. There's a lot of complexity within this, so that took a little longer than anticipated. But I don't have any additional comments unless the mayor or council question. The financial impact be about 1,000, but that's only dependent on management. And for the 2024, or this year, 2023, we'll negotiate this year. Purpose of this agreement was a one-year contract to be in line with other goals.
So, to make sure I understand, because you just triggered a question, so it's a one-year contract, so they were under the old contract before this, and then we are now going to retroactively go back to January 1st?
That is correct.
Okay, and the old contract, were they working under an expired contract at some point?
The typically under union negotiations, the current contract exists until a new contract.
Okay, that's what
Or
I
agreed upon.
was understanding, but I wanted to make sure that was clear. Thank you. Any other questions for staff?
I have a motion to approve the executive summary on this.
So moved.
All right, we have a motion before us to adopt the resolution approving the contract for the Labor Trades Local 49 for the period of January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023, and authorize the city manager to execute the agreement. So that is what we are voting on. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right, we have adopted the resolution. Thank you. Next, we'll move on to consider the appointments to City Advisory Board and Commissions and the Richfield Tourism and Promotion Board. Councilmember Troutman.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a point of clarification with maybe Attorney Tejan. Would it be appropriate that the mayor, can the commission actually appoint, or the council appoint commissioners, or is that for the mayor? We were wondering. Oh, great. Well, I'm very pleased to take this action then. We had the opportunity to meet and interview a number of incredible candidates, both for our commissions and our tourism board. And we're really excited and grateful for the new set of commissioners and board members. So I would move the appointment of members to fill the expiring or vacant terms of the City Advisory Board and Commissions and the Richfield Tourism and Promotion Board that are referenced in the attached list.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion before we vote?
Councilmember Troutman's only got 6 names. Would you want to just quickly read off the names?
Sure. For the Advisory Board of Health, we have Lynn Hargreaves and David Martin. For the Human Rights Commission, we have Valerie Hurstbaker and Michael Zazera. And then for the Tourism Board, we have Vidya Munasamy and Tui Nguyen.
All right, and I just would like to thank all of the people that applied for the various positions. We had more applicants than we had positions, and I want to say thank you to all of them. It's always heartwarming to do these interviews because you hear about how much people want to give back to their community and how they want to be involved in and make Richfield a better place. So I just want to say thank you to all of the applicants, and I hope that they will stay involved, whether if it's not through a commission, through some other way in our civic life. So, all right, Commissioner Troutman, or Councilmember Troutman, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mayor. I just had a question. In years past where we've had more applicants than we've had positions, we've sent a list of other organizations that people could apply to, and I appreciate the mayor saying we had really talented, really energetic candidates. It would be a shame for people to want to serve and not be able to serve. So I was thinking specifically, we have the PennFest committee is becoming more active, and the Red, White, and Blue Days Commission could really use volunteers. And so I don't know if those two are on the list, but they surely could be.
And I can add one more. I know the Richfield Foundation is always looking for volunteers to help with their activities as well. Thank you, Councilmember Troutman. Is there anyone else who wishes to comment? All right, so we have a motion before us to appoint the members to fill the expiring or vacant terms on the City Advisory Board and Commissions and the Richfield Tourism and Promotion Board that are referenced in the list that Councilmember Troutman read off. Is all in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, we've appointed the members, and thank you all for your service. Next, we will move on to the City Manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Nothing to report tonight.
All right, well then we'll move on to claims and payroll.
I'll move claims and payroll.
Second.
Okay, claims and payroll have been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Thank you.
All right. All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, we've approved the claims and payroll. Now we'll move on to hats off to hometown hits. And why don't we start with Councilmember Troutman?
Thank you. The only announcement that I have is on behalf of the Human Rights Commission. Every year, we have the opportunity to grant the Jean and Mary Jacobson Outstanding Citizen of the Year Award. And now is the time where you can make that nomination. So if you have a friend or neighbor or somebody at the schools who's really made an impact in the city of Richfield, the Human Rights Commission would love to hear from you. Mr. Swanson, if they wanted, is it on the city website? What's the best way? Where on the website could they find it? You can for sure find it on the Human Rights Commission portion of the page, but if it's not on the front page, it is soon coming to the front page. So we want to make it easy for you to thank and recognize a fellow citizen. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Councilmember Hayford O'Leary.
I was going to mention the Adopt a Drain program again. It's on my mind because I went out and did spring cleaning of my corner storm drains. It's quite fun, actually, and a good, helpful thing to do because they do get clogged up with leaves and sediment, and streets can flood, and in addition, the water gets more polluted as it gets all the nutrients from the leaves and pushes it into the storm system. So if you go to adopt-a-drain.org, you can sort of see ones that need to be signed up. And we recently had our watershed meeting and learned that at least in the Richfield-Bloomington watershed, we've only got 60 households that have signed up. So there's a lot more storm drains to go around. So definitely look at signing up, and it is quite satisfying, especially if you're kind of a clean freak like me. So.
All right. Thank you. Councilmember Christensen.
Yes, I'd like to give a shout out to the Public Works Department this past week with that mini blizzard we had, and how they effectively and got out there right away as good as they could that early that morning to do the plowing and the streets and to make everything passable for individuals who needed to go out that day.
All right, thank you. I had an inquiry from a resident about ways to clear up the trees, the branches that were down from the storm that you just referenced. And so I checked in, and it comes to the Yard Waste program, if you're signed up for that, is going to start April 15th. And that may be one of the options you might want to think about if you have smaller debris in your yard. So if a resident has signed up for yard waste services, they can put the following in their curbside container, and that'll be starting after April 15th. You can put in brush and branches, but they must be 3 inches or less in diameter, bundled with twine or rope, no wire, and the bundles must be less than 3 feet long, and the bundles must weigh less than 40 pounds. So that would take care of a great deal of the debris that's out there, and it's helpful for people to know that if they had signed up for the yard waste service. If the resident doesn't have yard waste service, they can have pay per bag service, which includes the bundles, at $5.15 per bag or bundle, but you'll have to contact the city or the hauler to add that service. And finally, if the debris is bigger than that, the city doesn't provide that service, but you may want to contact, there are several services in the metro area that can help you with that if you don't have the means to take it to a place that would take in large trunks of trees and things like that. So I want to thank that resident that reached out and suggested that we share that with the rest of the community to help clean up the neighborhoods. Another thing I want to talk about is I had the pleasure of joining a class last night at Augsburg Library. So Karina Kelton, I'm having trouble reading my own writing. Okay, Karina Kelton Melton, and I think I just misspelled her name. But anyway, Karina and her team invited me to Augsburg Library. They have a Minnesota Humanities Center grant, and it's for cultural and Spanish literacy curriculum for Richfield and Bloomington at the Augsburg Library. And so I was able to join them last night, and it was just great to see the kids were doing cultural activities and singing and dancing. And I do want to apologize for having sloppy handwriting because I mispronounced the teacher's name, but it was a fabulous program. And Miss City Clerk Leslie, I'll get you the correct name for the minutes so that we do the shout out to the right person. All right, thank you. And finally, today was the grand opening ribbon cutting for the Memorial Blood Centers that have now moved into Richfield, and they're at the Woodlake Centers at 6601 Lyndale Avenue, and we're proud to have them as part of the community. They've been saving lives since 1948, and it's through residents that come in and do blood donations. So welcome to the Memorial Blood Centers. All right. Is there any other business to come before us? Would someone like to motion for the adjournment?
I would so move.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right, we've adjourned the meeting. Thank you.